Sometimes, life throws unimaginable twists our way, moments that turn our world upside down in the blink of an eye. Ryan Waller's story is one of those moments, where a young man full of life and promise became a victim of a tragedy that left scars on his family and loved ones forever. Ryan Waller was just 18 years old, a young man with dreams and a whole future ahead of him. Born in Phoenix, Arizona, he grew up in a close-knit family. His life was like that of any young man, full of curiosity, adventure, and a passion for music and hanging out with friends. But none of these dreams could have prepared him for what would unfold one fateful Christmas night in 2006. It was Christmas Eve in 2006. Ryan and his girlfriend, Heather Quan, were spending the night together at his apartment. It was meant to be a peaceful evening, filled with festive cheer. But as they relaxed in their home, they had no idea danger was lurking right outside their door. Earlier that year, Ryan had a falling out with an acquaintance named Richie Carver. Though their feud seemed trivial at the time, it would soon escalate to horrific proportions. Richie Carver, along with his father Larry, broke into Ryan's home, armed with guns and a deadly intent. What happened next would leave a devastating impact on everyone involved. Ryan was shot multiple times. One bullet struck him in the face. Heather was also fatally shot, and she would not survive the night. Ryan, however, despite his severe injuries, was left bleeding but alive. When police arrived at the scene hours later, they found Heather dead and Ryan gravely wounded. But instead of rushing Ryan to the hospital, what followed next was a baffling turn of events. The police, confused by the situation, arrested Ryan instead of getting him immediate medical attention. They thought he might have been involved in the shooting himself, possibly even the perpetrator. For hours, Ryan was questioned by police while in excruciating pain.
His name by
He used to live there.
Was he a roommate of yours?
He used to be.
They hit you?
Yeah.
Now it's Richie that hit you, not Heather?
No, Richie and his dad.
Why?
Because they were trying to get their stuff. I don't know why.
And they had some kind of bow and arrows?
They each had 2 revolvers and they didn't let off any shells.
Okay, you just said they had bow and arrows. Now they have revolvers?
That's what I meant. They had revolvers.
They have revolvers?
Yes.
And then what happened?
And then they shot us with those.
They shot both of you?
Yeah.
Where'd they shoot you at?
I got shot in the eye.
You got shot in the eye
I think so.
with a revolver.
I think. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Then what happened?
I don't know.
You don't know a lot, Ryan.
I don't, man. I really don't.
His head injury was so severe that he was incoherent and unable to answer questions clearly.
Ryan, why don't you tell me what really happened there? Because I don't believe...
I really don't know, man. I really don't. I don't know. I can tell you anything, I swear.
I want you to tell me the truth. That's all I want.
Richie and his dad came there. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why, but they put me in sleeping hold. And, like, they put me in sleeping hold with the arrows and shit. Like, I lived through that crap.
You're all over the board here, number one. You're saying bows and arrows, you're saying revolvers, and you're saying some other thing. And you're saying they shot you in the eye. Okay? They shot you with a revolver in your eye.
Yes. And that's
Is it a BB gun?
No, it was a real gun, man. It was just a revolver.
They shot you in the eye with a revolver. You wouldn't be talking to me right now. It was most likely you'd be dead.
That's what I thought too, man. I really don't know. I really don't know, and I just want to go back to sleep and try to go back to bed.
You're not going back to bed. Okay? That's not going to happen. What happened to Heather?
Heather got shot.
Where did she get shot?
Inside the face once.
She got shot inside of the face?
Mm-hmm.
How close were you to her when she got shot in the face?
It was after I got shot, so I didn't even hear anything.
So you got shot first?
Uh-huh.
And what happened? Did you call 911?
Uh-uh.
Did you see if she was alive?
She was sleeping still, and that's it. I just let her sleep.
She got shot in the side of the face and you let her sleep?
Yes.
This does not make sense, Ryan.
I know, I didn't mean to, man. I'm sorry. I didn't know she was passing out. That's because I got shot wrong once, too, and I was going to pass out.
Okay, this is now, not before. You're saying right now you've been shot
Yes.
in the eye
Yes.
with a revolver.
Yes.
All right. Ryan, you need to start telling me the truth because your story doesn't make sense.
I'm trying, man. I don't know.
What happened with you and Heather last night?
Her dad came and shot the house.
And shot her.
Mm-hmm.
Her dad shot her.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you do?
I tried to go back to sleep.
After you've been shot in the eye. You didn't know enough to call 911. Ryan, look at me. Ryan.
Yes. I don't know, man. I really don't know.
Why did you shoot Heather, Ryan?
I didn't shoot Heather. She was already shot once by her brother, I swear.
Richie.
Yes.
Richie shot his own sister.
Yes, I swear. That's it.
Sit down.
Not me.
And you've been shot in the eye.
Yes.
Put your legs down. Put your legs down. Bring your face closer.
Oh, my head hurts.
Okay. Yeah, be right back.
It wasn't until hours later that authorities finally realized Ryan had been shot in the face and was in critical condition. He was rushed to the hospital, but by then the damage had been done, both to his body and his mind. Though Ryan survived the ordeal, he was never the same. The bullet had caused traumatic brain damage, and he would spend the rest of his life in and out of medical care, fighting infections, seizures, and ultimately, the devastating effects of the injury. Richie Carver was eventually arrested and charged with murder and aggravated assault, and later, his father Larry was also implicated in the crime. Both men were sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. But for Ryan's family, the damage was irreparable. Ryan's father later spoke out about the injustice his son faced, not just at the hands of the Carvers but from the authorities who failed to treat him as a victim in the crucial hours after the shooting. The delayed medical treatment had worsened his condition, leaving him a shell of the person he once was. After years of battling his injuries, Ryan passed away in 2016, 10 years after the fateful Christmas Eve attack. His death was a final, painful chapter in a life filled with so much unfulfilled potential. He was more than just a victim. He was a son, a friend, and a person whose life was tragically cut short by an act of violence and an unspeakable failure by the very people who were supposed to protect him. Ryan Waller's story is a haunting reminder of the fragility of life and the deep scars left behind by senseless violence. It's a story that begs us to ask tough questions about justice, compassion, and the systems that so often fail those in need. But most of all, it's a story of a young man who deserved better. A life that should have been filled with music, love, and joy, but instead ended in tragedy. This has been the story of Ryan Waller. Remember his name,